Today's special episode of Do You Remember That? A Whatever Happened to Pizza at McDonald's subpodcast is brought to you by Dollar Shave Club. The hair grows from your face, but will the little knives cut it? Dollar Shave Clubs will. Dollar Shave Club. Pay a little, cut a lot. Of hairs, that is. And by the Great Courses Plus. Turn your computer into a robot teacher. The Great Courses Plus. Learn from machines. La la.
You remember that? A pizza, what is that? A pie is just a pie.
Welcome to the first episode of Do You Remember That? A Whatever Happened to Pizza at McDonald's sub-podcast. Unfortunately, not a part of the Panoply Network. I'm your host, Brian Thompson. In the late 1980s, McDonald's attempted to change the landscape of the fast food industry by introducing their own version of the family dinner staple, the pizza pie. It is a tale of invention, intrigue, and ultimately enigmatic demise. Join us, won't you, as we learn the secret and/or forgotten history of McDonald's pizza.
I'm loving it. Is this the place to eat? Since I don't cook, I'll just rock to the beat. I'm loving it. At the end of the day, to relieve the stress, we add a little play. I'm loving it. Sometimes we have mishaps. You just overcome and adapt to setbacks. I'm loving it. You know you're my world. How could I mind love taps from my girl?
In 1989, McDonald's reigned supreme in the fast food world. The previous year, the restaurant chain enjoyed $16 billion in sales, up 12% from the year earlier. For 23 straight years, McDonald's had achieved record profits, and they showed no signs of stopping. The allure of McDonald's food acted not unlike the character of the Hamburglar from the McDonald's Playland universe, metaphorically stealing cash from customers' literal pockets to create a virtual mountain of money that could fill any number of swimming pools were it converted into actual gold coins. To put it another way, McDonald's was the Burger King. But there was one mealtime period in which McDonald's found disappointment. The meal that is called dinner. Quickly prepared hamburgers and McNuggets were a lunchtime staple when customers needed food that could be purchased and consumed with neither fuss nor muss. In 1987, McDonald's even quenched the midday cravings of the nation's growing health nut class by introducing salads and allowing patrons to order Big Macs with everything held but the lettuce, which was sold for the same price as a regular Big Mac. In 1973, McDonald's conquered the breakfast hours with its Egg McMuffin, which went on to tremendous success despite the cereal lobby's attempt to ban any morning food not served in a bowl of milk. To this day, some people pour milk over their Egg McMuffins in an attempt to circumvent archaic state-by-state regulations known as Kellogg's Laws, though this is no longer necessary for purposes of either flavor enhancement or legality. But dinner remained an area of sag in McDonald's otherwise firm and supple bottom line. Other fast food chains, such as Kentucky Fried Chicken, were thriving in the nighttime hours, as their offerings were more substantial than sandwiches, and at twilight, no one worried about dirtying up his or her workspace with greasy fingers. In particular, pizza restaurants were exploding in popularity in the late 80s. The Pepsi-Cola Corporation enjoyed the biggest success in this market with their Pizza Hut chain, which dominated the pizza landscape with over 6,000 locations. The genius Italian food scientist who invented a pie without filling but instead toppings must have been rolling in his grave. With pleasure, that is, on account of how much people were loving his creation, the pizza pie. Gerry Durnell, publisher of the trade journal Pizza Today, had this to say about pizza's sudden rise to prominence.
The increased popularity of pizza was a great thing for me. I published a whole trade journal about the stuff, so I was in hog heaven. The streets were clogged with pizza delivery vehicles, or as I called them, money mobiles.
In the mid-1980s, McDonald's began the process of developing their own pizza. In the interest of nipping something in the bud, let me say that McDonald's pizza was simply called McDonald's Pizza, not, as one might expect, McPizza. The McPizza was a product test-marketed in select McDonald's locations, but it did not resemble a traditional pizza. Rather, it came in an insulated sleeve similar to the packaging for a McDonald's apple pie, and resembled an extremely warm pouch of dough with pizza toppings inside. A hot pocket, if you will, but pizza-flavored. The idea went nowhere. The regular McDonald's pizza, the McDonald's Pizza, didn't reach the market until 1988, after several years and untold dollars worth of research and development. Most importantly, McDonald's needed to invent a way to cook a pizza faster than any restaurant previously known to man. If there's one reason McDonald's menu items have become known as fast food, it is because they are prepared and served very quickly, most in under a minute. This swiftness of service is made possible by the short preparation time required for most McDonald's products, and the strategy of preparing several of them ahead of time and placing them under a light bulb until a time hours or even days later when they can be grabbed by a trained employee and handed to a busy customer. Industry insiders were skeptical McDonald's could pull it off. Said Pizza Today publisher Gerry Durnell,
Pizza is not a fast food. Pizza is a kind of pie, only without filling and instead toppings. And with it comes all the accoutrement one would expect with pie. Baking, waiting for it to cool, and so on. Who among us doesn't fondly recall the image of a cartoon man strolling down a sidewalk, catching a whiff of pizza smell, and floating off his feet to a windowsill where a homely woman has set a pizza to cool? Quicken the process, and I'm afraid you might as well flush that little slice of Americana down the toilet.
In order for the McDonald's pizza not to reduce the McDonald's food purchasing experience to a veritable purgatory of waiting, the company determined that their pizzas would have to be cooked in roughly 5 minutes, still longer than it takes to prepare most of their offerings, but far less time than one would wait in a rival pizza establishment. Upon the rollout of the McDonald's pizza, Pizza Hut ran a series of attack ads taunting McDonald's pizza crust as quote-unquote McFrozen. But this was a lie. Some might call it a McLie, but that would be folly, for a lie would only be a McLie if it were told by McDonald's. Do you see what I mean? No. McDonald's achieved a pizza baking time of 5 minutes and 30 seconds not by freezing their dough, but by inventing an entirely new type of pizza oven, which used a patented method of superheating air. And they were the key to serving a pizza product that met the McDonald's standard of food that is prepared very quickly and tastes very delicious. Indeed, McDonald's slogan for their new McDonald's pizza was, quote, "You've never had pizza so good, so fast," unquote. And were I ever to have had the luxury of experiencing McDonald's pizza, I would almost certainly agree. But some industry insiders did not agree. To quote Pizza Today publisher Gerry Durnell,
"Pizza at McDonald's? More like garbage in my garbage can, because that's where it should go. In the garbage, because it is garbage, not pizza."
Gerry Durnell died in 1993 after a painful and prolonged battle with syphilis. These sophisticated new pizza ovens required individual McDonald's restaurants to make room in their kitchens, often having to remodel the entire area to accommodate the space-age equipment. McDonald's also recommended franchise owner arrange the ovens in such a way that customers could see trained employees sliding their uncooked pizzas inside, most likely to counteract Pizza Hut's libelous McFrozen smear campaign. Also, drive-thru windows had to be enlarged to fit pizza boxes through, which came with considerable construction costs. But the McDonald's pizza was worth it, and the company could not have been more excited to roll out their new offering on a national and international scale, as evidenced by this contemporaneous television advertisement.
McDonald's pizza. McDonald's pizza.
The enthusiasm, as they say, is infectious. Pizza Hut ran a sinister scorched earth promotion in which they offered buy one get one free pizzas in all markets where McDonald's served the McDonald's pizza. But even this scheme could not stop families from going to McDonald's, often for the first time under cover of night, and ordering a satisfying family-sized McDonald's pizza for roughly $9. But suddenly, 2 years later, the McDonald's pizza party abruptly ended. Why? That is the question we hope to answer on our parent podcast, Whatever Happened to Pizza at McDonald's? Join us, won't you? Do you remember that? A Whatever Happened to Pizza at McDonald's subpodcast was written and edited by me, Brian Thompson, and featured the voice of Edward Herrmann as Pizza Today publisher Gerry Durnell. Thank you for listening. Reminder, please sign the Change.org petition entitled Make Whatever Happened to Pizza at McDonald's a Panoply Podcast. With your help, we can make a difference. Subscribe to us on iTunes and follow us on Twitter at Pizza at McD's for breaking news, updates, or just to get in touch. Do you know what happened to pizza at McDonald's? Do you remember it? How did it taste? Please get in touch and let us know. I'm Brian Thompson.